Hey guys, it's been a while. I don't know about you, but September was burnout month for me. I didn't touch anything. I've really missed seeing you guys, so I'm really excited to try to dive back in and get back to the garden and also enjoy a little bit of downtime as we're heading into the winter months. We just got back from the feed store and stocked up for hopefully the next month and a half, so we won't have to worry about the Thanksgiving rush and traffic. But let's get this put away and we'll chat about burnout. I think this is the first time that I have been so keenly aware that what I'm dealing with is burnout. When I was pre-kid, I would just sleep it off for a while and go back to regular life. But it's a lot harder to recover from burnout when you're not able to do the things that help you recover, because life doesn't stop when you have a farm and it doesn't stop when you have kids. So it can be a lot harder to get out of that burnout than it was when maybe you didn't have kids or didn't have so much on your plate. We had a great year in the garden and I pushed myself harder than I ever have in previous years. Part of the reason was because in May a lot of stuff changed, and that meant that I needed to work a lot harder to be able to make ends meet. I picked up more work, tried to grow more food, and just put a lot on my plate, which I enjoy doing, but I'm only one person and I only have so much time in the day. One of the things I noticed for me throughout my life is that the more tired I get, the worse I eat. The worse I eat, the more tired I am. And it starts this vicious cycle where I'm not getting the sleep I need, I'm not eating right, I'm drinking too much caffeine so that I can't sleep that night again. And it starts this cycle where my body's not getting what it needs and it can get burnt out very quick. If you think you might be suffering from burnout, here are some signs to look out for. Feeling like no matter how much you sleep, you're still super tired. Struggling to find the motivation to do even simple everyday tasks. Feeling so overwhelmed by everything that needs done that it almost feels pointless to even try. I know for myself too, when I find myself scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, I feel like I'm getting stuff done, but I'm not actually getting anything done. But I also can't sleep or move because I'm so exhausted. That can be a sign for me that I'm hitting burnout. They're so angry because they saw me bring food over and they're like, it's time for us to eat now because we saw it. Now, when you're a homesteader or a parent, you can't just take a week off and sleep and do everything you need to do to recover. You have animals that need to be taken care of and fed and kids that need you. So it can be really hard to recover from burnout when you aren't able to take care of your body properly. So how do you recover from burnout when you can't take a break from, life? I cut out everything that was a non-essential and any work that didn't bring me an income or feed my family, just temporarily. I wasn't planning on not coming back to YouTube ever again, but for a moment I just needed to take a break because it's not something that I earn an income on, and it was something that I do enjoy doing, but just needed to take a little break. I even said no to social events, which, if you know me, I really love to be around people, and instead opted for hanging out virtually with some of my friends. That gave my body the ability to have downtime, but me to not feel like I'm sitting still doing nothing, because if you know me also, I have an incredibly difficult time sitting still. It's not one of my skills. When stuff gets really crazy, I try to stop and look at what the essentials are. Step back. Instead of worrying about all the things, just focus on making sure everybody is fed, we have the bills paid, and we're getting proper sleep. The dishes and the laundry are always going to be there, so even if it stresses me out that it's there, doing it today isn't going to make it go away tomorrow. So sometimes you have to pick and choose your battles. And now that I feel like I'm recovering some, I can catch up on all those chores that were kind of piling up and actually have the energy and the mental well-being to be able to do it well. It can be really hard when you're homesteading and your work is never done. No matter how much you do, you're never going to have it perfected. There's always going to be another project to do, something needs fixed or updated. It's never ending. So it's really important when you start feeling that burnout coming, that tiredness that you just can't shake off, that you step back and just focus on your essentials. I try to remind myself I don't have to do all the things all the time. It's okay for me to say that something like meat chickens is not for me, and I don't mind paying someone else to do that for me. Which is easier said than done when the price of food is outrageous, and so you have to buy everything that you make at home, and it's a lot of effort to make food from scratch. But it is important to nourish your body. I kept enough chickens this spring from the pullets that I sold that I thought as long as I can get a dozen eggs a day, then I'll have plenty and I can sell some. Well, my son is now eating 9 to 12 eggs himself every morning for breakfast because he is hitting that teenager-y hunger. So say some prayers for me because the food prep over here has been intense and it's gone in 5 seconds. So how are things going over where you are? I'd love to catch up and reconnect. It's great having you here as always. I look forward to seeing you again very soon, and I will see you next time.